Beatrice von Tresckow. There she is. So Beatrice, where are you from? Where were you born and where did you grow up?
I'm from Germany. I'm of German nationality, but I've lived abroad. I was born in India, brought up in Africa and in Afghanistan.
Whereabouts in Afghanistan?
In Afghanistan, in Kabul. And then moved on to England. Did my boarding school there, and then did my studies. Studied textile design in England, and stayed in England, and set up my business in England. Briefly had my business in South Africa, and now have 2 shops in Cheltenham and in London, and do about 40 shows between the 2 countries, Germany and England.
So would you say this, all the vivid colors and all of the exotic patterns and designs, that has something to do with your upbringing?
Definitely, definitely. It has to have. I can only see it that way. I mean, I did study textile design, but I think my style derives from my birthplace, India, a little bit of Africa, a lot of Afghanistan, and then what I studied later, and then what customers tell me and what they want, and you know, it's a mingle of that, for sure. When I make very elaborate clothes, which I have embroidered abroad. In fact, I have my own embroidery set up in India.
Okay,
I design every item myself. And we put them together in our workshops in England.
So tell us about how the embroidery is actually done.
Well, the embroidery is done by this one particularly is done by hand, but the whole thing is stretched on a loom, and there's a needle that comes in from below, which is rather fast process, but it's still done by hand.
Yeah. And here we've got another garment which is very, very flashy.
This is made of wool.
Wow, beautiful.
And we have this sort of very filigrane special embroidery on top. That again is all done by hand. And on top of that, and then it gets moved to a beader, and the beading is done by hand. There is no machine that can do beading. So this is this is one of our sort of wedding type coats.
And show me something absolutely outrageous. Your top end of the line garment.
Well, absolutely outrageous, or not outrageous, but just beautifully done would be one of those.
Now,
that takes a lot of time to do.
Where would someone wear a beautiful...
Well, you can wear this as a wedding dress.
Is that a robe, or is that a coat, a jacket? What would you call it?
This is a dress coat. And it's a dress coat.
Yeah.
And you can wear it as a wedding dress, in fact. In which case we make them as wedding dresses in all sorts of colors, ivory, obviously, most of the time. And we extend the embroidery sometimes by 3 to 5 meters.
It's all done by hand.
All done by hand. Yeah.
So give me an idea, how long would it take to actually embroider and bead? It
takes 2 to 3 months to embroider a jacket like that. It's all done by hand. Yeah.
That's amazing. I can see there's another one.
Yeah, this is a different design. Again, it's nearly as elaborate, not quite so detailed. Onto velvet, and this is a party a party item, or just, you know, a cool item that you wear with a pair of jeans. And,
do us a favour, would you put it on quickly?
this one is
Or put on something really outrageous. Let's have a look. Because you're wearing jeans at the moment.
that is true. Well, we can put this on. Show you that these work with jeans as well. So nothing's stopping you wearing this one with jeans. And considering it a perfectly normal garment to go shopping with.
Down to the butcher, right? Go and get your sausages and your...
Yes, walk your dogs with, go for a run with on the hill.
So would you actually wear a pair of wellies with a jacket like that?
Yeah, I would probably wear a bra, some knickers and some wellies.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Great, thank you very much. So, just maybe to close off, what would you like to tell all of the women
I'd
who...
like to tell you all that you must all have a garment like this. You mustn't feel that it's only for special occasions. You must feel free to wear something like this with jeans and in your day-to-day life.
And
you must be brave enough to do it. And,
exactly. Tell us where your shops are, because time's getting short.
All right.
How can we get to you? How can we find you?
My shop is in London, and in Cheltenham in England, and I do about 30 to 40 shows between England and Germany. So, you know, there are a few shows in Germany where you can find me too.
And all over England.
Yeah.
And we're in Schloss Bückeburg. Great, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.